In this slide, I just want you to focus on identifying a skill that you want to improve. Don't worry about thinking through how you're going to improve it yet. Just identify one skill in your mind that you know you need to improve or want to improve upon this year. Um, yeah, if you want to in the chat, let me know what your skill is and try to, great networking, self-promotion, love it. Just try to boil it down to 1 to 3 words. So don't worry about the SMART goal format yet. Um, and the reason I'm saying that is one of the reasons I love hosting these Chinese New Year resolution presentations is I know when we set regular kind of New Year's resolutions, we can really struggle to maintain that throughout the year because those are big picture goals typically that you're setting for the entire year. You know, on January 1st that by December 31st, you want to have achieved something. But even if we're really great at maintaining our progress, mapping out a timeline with milestones with your SMART goals, things change throughout the year. So we don't even know in 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, what things are going to look like externally. So you can be really internally motivated and organized, but there are things out of our control that can prevent us from reaching our SMART goals and really throw us off of our track. So, what I want us to move into now is thinking about those 1 to 3 word skills that you want to improve. I want us to break this down into little tiny baby micro habits that we want to start practicing every day. So, there are two concepts that I am drawing from the book Atomic Habits, which I know a lot of people are familiar with, even if you haven't read. So one of the concepts I really love is just focusing on getting 1% better every day at a skill. So we're not turning this into a big picture SMART goal. It's just, I want to focus on this skill. So building and sustaining momentum, confidence and trust within yourself, intentionality, just thinking about that skill itself. If you can improve it by 1% every day, just mathematically, by the end of the year, you will be 37 times better at that skill. Now, obviously, since we're not turning this into a SMART goal, it's likely not going to be something measurable with actual numbers for getting 1% better. Building momentum is not something that we can necessarily turn into what can I improve by 1% every day. Um, but just thinking about breaking it into a micro habit to improve that skill. And then the second concept from Atomic Habits that I want us to think about is habit stacking. And so basically, the concept of habit stacking talks about how, if we set a new goal for a habit that we want to get into that is totally outside of our routine. So I have a friend who told me actually last week she wants to start getting up at 6 a.m. to go to a CrossFit class. That's super ambitious. Her normal wake up time is between like 7:30 and 8 a.m. And I was like, maybe let's break this down into something a little more realistic because that's a huge life alteration that you're making to your routine. So if you can stack a micro habit on top of something you're already doing. So after you take your morning multivitamin, maybe then you are drinking a cup of aromatic tea that just, that scent really helps you to wake up and start thinking more clearly. So stacking a micro habit that helps you get 1% better at a skill. So, for example, here are three of the skills that I pulled from the skills that you might want to start doing. Here are three examples, micro habits that you can reasonably do by stacking it on top of an existing habit you're already doing every day that is sort of just a 1% better. So you're not going to CrossFit, but maybe you're waking up 10 minutes earlier, and doing some yoga stretches, something like that.